the figure which is on record is only 12, but reality may be thousands, if not at least hundreds. Why? Because you need to see denominator. In Madhya Pradesh, out of 57 tested, they found 6 positive. That means 10% of those thalassemic people or children getting repeated transfusions, they are found HIV positive. And similar maybe scenario not only in Madhya Pradesh or Jharkhand, all over the country. So this is a system collapse, and there is a system problem where HIV testing is done by redundant old time testing, which is called third generation test, and that has a window period of 90 days. I would like to explain to your viewers what is this window period. If somebody is infected with HIV for 90 days, that person will not know that he or she is positive or not. Antibodies will take that much time. But that window period, during that period, if that person donates blood and their blood is checked by a simple ordinary antibody test, that will test negative. But the blood has still virus and that can be transmitted. So those people who are at risk of getting at least 20, 30 transfusions in a year, they are obviously at higher risk, and therefore thalassemic children, they are at high risk. Now this window period can be reduced by a modern test which are called nucleic acid amplification test or NAT test, and they can reduce the window period from 90 days to 7 days. So you can imagine that the harm can be reduced by 92% in just system change. Now if we propose this thing, a lot of government will oppose that we cannot afford NAT test in blood bank because they are expensive test. Same thing happened during the COVID period. COVID also had a RT-PCR. RT-PCR was very expensive. Initially 5,500. I approached Supreme Court. That cost brought down to 2,500, but final cost was only 500. So cost can come down, number one. Number two, in a low prevalence areas where HIV positivity rate is less than 1%, less than 0.5%, less than quarter percent, then you can do pool testing. You can do pool of 10 sample. If that pool is negative, all 10 are negative. If that pool is positive, you need to do those 10 tests again. So in that way, again, you can reduce the cost by 90%. So if we do not change this system, then there is Albert Einstein said that you are doing the same experiment and you are expecting different results. So whatever they are currently doing, there is all knee-jerkism. The intro part you said that who is responsible? Yeah. The system is responsible. And who would take care of them? The families will take care of them. Fortunately in India, HIV treatment is free of charge. But we do not know how long that free of charge treatment will go on. So inflicting a child who already has a lifetime problem with another lifetime problem is a problem on problem.
I would say the main issue is that the government has such a low priority for the health. Now, one day is the pollution, other day is the cough syrup, third day now HIV infected children. Now the problem is that if, as far as blood transfusion is concerned, we have a lot of blood banks in our country, but more than regular blood banks, there are so many unauthorized blood banks are also available. Now the system is, the rules are so old, and even those rules are there, they are not properly implemented. Now 1998 Supreme Court mandated that every blood will be tested for HIV before transfusion. After that, the incidence of HIV came down almost 10%, but still till that 27 years has been passed and nothing more has been done. But there's no robust system. There's no system to check those laboratories. There's no post surveillance. And as far as the test is concerned, as Dr. earlier said, we are still relying on the old test, ELISA 3, which is very poor test, which has a window of like 90 days. Now let me again explain for our viewers what is this window period. Now today, if someone gets the HIV infection, for next 90 days, his or her blood will remain negative for the test. So he or she will think she's negative for the HIV infection. When he or she will give a transfusion of the blood, and blood bank will also think that person is normal. Now they transfuse this blood to some other healthy person. Sometimes later, that blood will cause infection to that person. So that is the window period. And the old test ELISA 3 is very poor. The other test, NAT test, is a much better test, which has a window period of only 7 days. So we urge the government, and when it comes to health issues, I don't think the cost and the thing should matter.
It has to be done by Government of India.
हाँ सर
It has to be done by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It
Yeah.
has to be done by the Blood Transfusion Council of Government of India.
yeah
And there has to be a pressure. Like, for example, even for HIV testing, I had to go to Bombay High Court in 1989 to get direct to that HIV testing should be done. It took 9 years for that matter to come to Supreme Court. But in Maharashtra, we started HIV testing in 1989. In Goa, we started in 89 because Maharashtra and Goa comes under Bombay High Court. So you need to fight for everything for 30 years, 40 years. You keep on fighting. I think that is not right. Me and Dr. Gupta, we are willing to provide our free services to Government of India, to Government of Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, anywhere, to guide them, to train their doctors, to train their system, to tell them which is a better system, how the cost can be reduced, because ultimately it is a taxpayer money. Currently, Government of India's National AIDS Control Program is run on its own. It is not on foreign funding. So under this situation, we are all duty bound to support our government to see that the programs are run properly.